This is every song in each Beatles album ranked by me. Here we go. What a great album. Brilliant starting point for the Beatles. First album they released. Ask Me Why's on top. A lot of people disagree with me for that one. But I do have a reason for that, and Misery is quite high for a lot of people too. But personally, they were some of the first songs that got me into the Beatles, and I think for that reason they've stuck with me. Twist and Shout's up there. I saw her standing there. You know, classic songs. Everyone knows them because they're good. That's why everyone likes them. P.S. I Love You, cheesy love song. Please Please Me, name of the album. Love it. I like every song on this album. Maybe the bottom two I'm not the biggest fan of, but still a great album. Still a great album. All of the albums are great. Next up is With the Beatles. Underrated album, in my opinion. A lot of people write it off, but All My Lovin' at the top. What a beautiful song. What a lovely, lovely song. Roll Over Beethoven second. I love the rock aspect of the Beatles in the early times. You'll see Rock and Roll Music is up next soon. And it's something about the way the Beatles did it. I just enjoy it, you know. Please Mr. Postman, obviously, you know, brilliant songs. All of these pretty good songs, you know. A lot of recognisable tunes on this album. Then we've got A Hard Day's Night. Anytime at all, the start to that song just hits you, and honestly, I love it. I can't get enough of it. This album has some brilliant songs. I think, and I Love Her is beautiful. Hard Day's Night, obviously. Can't Buy Me Like, it's just brilliant. And I mean, the film as well. I can't look at this album without mentioning the film. Brilliant film too. And I feel like the songs are really well used for that. Beatles for Sale, Rock and Roll Music. This is what I was saying. I adore that song. Absolutely lovely. Just the piano in it, oof, gets me. 8 Days a Week, I'm a Loser, No Reply. Just, you know, classics. Brilliant song. Kansas City was originally lower, but re-listening to everything, I feel like I've moved it up to a point where I'm happy with it. Right, next up. Help. I've just seen a face. That guitar at the start of that song is absolutely gorgeous. I can't get enough of it. The little intro riff, beautiful. The pace of the song, I really enjoy. Help, obviously. Like, again, the film, brilliant film. And I believe these songs are used pretty well in the film. When they were used, obviously, but no, it's a nice album. I think it's a bit overrated. I think a lot of people, I mean, Ticket to Ride, Yesterday, Another Girl, You're Gonna Lose That Girl, all of that lot is very good songs, but I feel like there's better. Rubber Soul, Nowhere Man, of course. Girl, a lot of people aren't in complete agreement with me on this one, but I understand. It's not. It's a weird one when you think about it. They kind of just breathe, but it is good. I think there's something about it that I like. Norwegian Wood. George goes full Hindu mode. I'm not complaining though. Pretty good song. Michelle, bit of French thrown in there. I'm Looking Through You is actually an interesting one for me because I heard it on the Muppet Show. A long time ago when I watched the Muppet Show, and yeah, two Muppets sang it, and I didn't know it was a Beatles song, but I enjoy it. It might be a cover, I'm not too sure, but it's a bit of a weird relationship I have with that one. Revolver, my favourite Beatles album. I think every single song on this album is good. Every single song holds up. But the top five for me: Annual Burger Sing, Eleanor Rigby, I'm Only Sleeping, Taxman, and For No One are incredible songs. I absolutely love them songs. Got to Get You Into My Life is amazing too. Here, There and Everywhere is one of the only songs that Paul wrote that John didn't hate. Yellow Submarine's pretty low. I don't know, a bit overplayed for me. I hear it a lot. And if you mention the Beatles, it's what people think, isn't it? You say the Beatles, they're like, they start singing Yellow Submarine. Good Day Sunshine, beautiful. I'm Only Sleeping, I can't get enough of it. It used to be my alarm to wake me up in the morning. But yeah, brilliant album, 10 out of 10. Sergeant Pepper's. Now, another strange one for me because I feel like it has very good songs on it, and a lot of people will cite this as one of the best Beatles albums. It's certainly most recognisable. I mean, the cover and the name, you know. A Day in the Life. I mean, I don't even need to justify that one. She's Leaving Home, quite a sad song, but it's very beautiful. I enjoy to listen to it. Fixing a Hole, that's pretty good. I'd put Getting Better higher, but John says he beat his wife in it, so I feel like there's a problem with that. And the reprise is just down there at the bottom because, come on, man, give us another song, don't just reprise one. Aha, Magical Mystery Tour. Strawberry Fields Forever is my favourite song of all time. Not just my favourite Beatles song of all time, it is my favourite song of all time. It just hit me first time I listened to it, and every time I listen to it, it just hits me in a different kind of way. It's funny, on the album version is probably my second favourite song of all time, because on the re-release of Sergeant Pepper's and the deluxe edition, they released Take 4, and Take 4 is actually my favourite, but three's, I'll just say Strawberry Fields. I'm the Walrus, beautiful song, love it. Taking the mick out of, obviously. I mean, it is a bit of a meme, innit? I mean, on the cover, look at them geezers. They're just a bit stoned, aren't they? But it's all right. I enjoy the song. I think this entire album's pretty good. I think very good. I think every song, similar to Revolver, is good. I will listen to every single one. Even Paul's granny music. I've done the White Album in side 1 and side 2 because there's a lot to cover. Which side do I prefer? I honestly couldn't tell you. But for side 1, Martha My Dear, I love that song. It's so cute. It's just about his dog. He just loves his dog, and it's just nice. Also, I really do like the piano in that. Happiness is a Warm Gun. John's Addicted to Heroin, which is lovely. Rocky Raccoon, one of the first songs that really got me into the Beatles again. While My Guitar Gently Weeps, Eric Clapton's really good on it, and George Harrison, obviously, is very good on it. Down at the bottom, you've got Wild Honey Pie, because, obviously, Obla Di Obla Da, I hate, honestly, I just don't rate it. But it's still stuck in my head, so I guess they win. I Will, Glass Onion, Dear Prudence. I mean, it's hard to explain this one because the White Album was so different. It's hard to fully grasp why you order things in this album. I'm So Tired is a very nice song. Piggies is just a bit strange, you know. It's all a bit strange. Don't Pass Me By, a bit of Rongo in there. Can't complain. Julia's a beautiful song. I really enjoy Julia. I think John's really good on that. Over to side 2. Helter Skelter is my favourite song out of the entire White Album. That I can tell you. Long, Long, Long is... A lot of people don't actually fully listen to it, but I really recommend you listen to it. Appreciate it more, because I really enjoy it. Yeah, Blues, I mean, just the voice. Oh, beautiful. Sexy Sadie, I enjoy. Everybody's Got Something to Hide except for Me and My Monkey. What a banger. Honey Pie's nice, Savoy Truffle's nice. But then honestly, past Revolution 1, I'm not the biggest fan of Revolution 1, just Revolution's better, but Revolution 1 just, I don't know, I'm not the biggest. From there down, it kind of declines for me. And obviously Revolution 9 is at the bottom because, in my opinion, it's not music, it's a soundscape. Do we just skip this one? But no, in all seriousness, Hey Bulldog and Only a Northern Song, really, really nice. Very, very, very nice songs. I enjoy them too. From there on, it's just all a bit meh. Obviously, All You Need Is Love and Yellow Submarine are on other albums, so it's kind of weird to place them. All I know is that All Together Now, I'm not the biggest fan of. I do prefer the Sea of Time and Sea of Holes. George Martin was very good on the soundtrack. The soundtrack of Yellow Submarine is really nice. You can't complain. I think it's a good film. It's a fun film, which is what matters. It's entertaining. Like all the Beatles films, it's very entertaining. You can just sit and watch it. You don't have to be in the mood for it, But yeah, George Martin on this, beautiful, really, 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 really good. But Hey Bulldog, Only Northern Song, they're my two on that one, really. Abbey Road. What a gorgeous album. Everybody knows Abbey Road, everybody knows the photo at least. I Want You is at the top for me. The only thing I could put it on is how it ends abruptly. I'm not the biggest fan of that, and I know there's memes and that about it, but like, it would be nice if it had a proper ending, so I could just listen to it all the way through. I mean, things like Polythene Pam and Golden Slumbers, they don't necessarily have proper endings, but that's because they're part of a melody. Medley that go into different medley. I don't know. They go into different songs, but I Want You just kind of stops. But I really, really love that song. Octopus's Garden, again, one of the first songs that got me into the Beatles. Love it. Oh Darling, the vocals for me, I love the vocals on that. She Came Through the Bathroom Window and Polythene Pam, they're up there, they're part of the same melody with Me, Mr. Mustard, which is quite low compared to them too. But I don't know, Me, Mr. Mustard's just kind of there, and the other two just kind of knock it out of the park. Her Majesty is beautiful. I love it. It's a cute song. It's like 30 seconds long. Guitar's really good on it. It's just nice. The end, the guitar solos are incredible. They also paid for a very expensive orchestra that plays for like less than 30 seconds. It's amazing. Golden Slumbers, beautiful classic song. Here Comes the Sun, wrote in Eric Clapton's back garden by George. Lovely, just the thought of that's lovely. Apart from the fact that Eric Clapton stole his wife, but that's fine. Come Together, good, because good. You Never Give Me Your Money, good. I mean, everything on this album's good, like really good. It's the same as Revolver and MMT. It's all good. Maxwell's Hammer's at the bottom, surprisingly, because it is one of the first songs I listened to, and it would have been much higher when I first started listening to the Beatles, but it's kind of gone down. It's just it's very repetitive. If you listen to it too much, it's gone. And I mean, obviously, it's all a joke, because, I mean, Paul made them do a million takes of it, so they all hate it. So why aren't I allowed to? Let It Be. What an album. Look at their faces. Digger Pony's at the top for me. That the start for me, I think, really gets me. The Long and Winding Road, beautiful song. I've Got a Feeling, I love it. I love that song. Get Back, Let It Be is just in the middle, really. I Mean Mine is also beautiful. Dig It's a bit shit. I'm not a big fan, honestly. Across the Universe, I think it's okay. It's alright. I mean, it's a good album. It's a good album, but it seems rushed, and I mean, they didn't seem like they were ready to release it, but then I suppose they didn't really have much of a choice, did they? And I wanted to include Let It Be Naked, because Don't Let Me Down is on it, and Don't Let Me Down is one of my favourite Beatles songs, if not one of my favourite songs. Yeah, the order's a bit rejigged, but it stays pretty consistent. Yeah, Digger Pony's a bit lower, I Be Mine's higher, but Don't Let Me Down is such a beautiful song. I'm a big fan. Thanks for indulging in my useless and unwanted opinion that nobody asked for, but I did it anyway, and I spent a lot of time doing it. I also put together a PowerPoint presentation and spoke over it, so I've wasted a lot of time, but I enjoyed this actually. It's nice. Yeah, see you boys later.